The event that began and came to define the 5K road distance in 1986, where 16 world and innumerable national and age group records have been set, returns to the streets of Carlsbad, California after a 2-year absence due to COVID-19. Today, the soft ocean breezes and laid-back California lifestyle welcomes hard chargers from around the world to the 36th running of the Carlsbad 5000 presented by National University. Hi everybody, I'm Tony Revis along with the Olympic silver medalist and Boston and New York City Marathon champion Meb Keflezighi, who's now part of the ownership team here at the Carlsbad 5000. And Meb, how good is it to be back on the streets of Carlsbad with all the people after 2-year absence?
You know, it's great to be back in Carlsbad 5000 for the 36 years running, and you know, it's a great honor to be here. And then what a field we had, and this is just amazing to be able to share part of this race. And you know, the weather is nice and the competition is deep, and just delighted to be, you know, after 3 years of hiatus, that COVID, to be able to see newcomers or some people that have been here before. So it's just great to be here.
You know, you just ran the people's race. We had races beginning at 7 o'clock in the morning, age group and gender specific, another one of the elements that makes Carlsbad so special. And now we end the day with the professional races, the men going off, and then 3 minutes later, the professional women. Our fields are on the line.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off you go! The world's fastest.
And we are away.
It's the best feeling, you know, getting released and getting going, and here's where everybody's just got to be, you know, they've been holding the jitters for a while. Now it's time to go. And you can see the breeze, the wind is not a factor, as you can see, but gotta go pick it up, gotta go pick it up.
Jose Santana Marin from Mexico, 32 years of age. In the electric green is our early leader.
2, 1.
Our bibs 20 through 44, but we have a baker's dozen in this field today, 13, led by Kim Conley. And in many ways, it looks like Jose Santana Marin is actually being somewhat of a rabbit for Edward Cheserek, who's got a bit of a gap right away with.
It's a little bit windy, Tony, and then Jose is trying to get a little bit ahead, and he's looking at his shoulder and the clock. You know, just they've been holding up for a while, so now they just want to get the energy going. And yes, Edward Cheserek is sitting right behind him.
Baratayat Degefa, 31 years old from Ethiopia. I saw her earlier this year finish third at the LA Marathon at 2:31. She dropped out of the Houston Marathon in January, came back and redeemed herself, taking third at Los Angeles. Right behind her, there's Dom Scott from South Africa. We don't have this Sammy Kipketer wild-eyed sub-4-minute mile. This is very, very controlled.
Absolutely, he looked like he just built for a runner. You know, 5K, 10K, or even to the marathon. So he just, you know, really close and excited.
And the third woman in that lead pack in the lime green is Karen Mayo from Kenya, 7th of the 2022 Houston Half Marathon. And a little bit surprisingly, in the red outfit in 4th place is Kim Conley, one of our race favorites. We can see our crowds from the previous races lining the midsection of this course. We're past Carlsbad Village Drive. On the way back, they will take that left-hand turn for the sprint to the finish. But now we're going to go out to about 1.33 miles. Unlike the men's race, which went out very conservatively, we've got Baratayat Eshitu, who's really putting the wood to these women. And already we can see Mayo from Kenya falling off, Kim Conley in 4th place, and only Dom Scott has been answering the challenge set forth by the Ethiopian.
It's good to see, you know, 5 people race right now.
James Hunt, 26-year-old, wearing number 6 from Great Britain, 26 years of age, a 13:58 man, 4-time Welsh champion. He ran at the Night of 10,000s on the 14th of May.
You didn't get your watch though.
The thing about the Carlsbad course is you can see all those people who are just set up around the T section of this course, and then it thins out a little bit as the course moves to the 1.33 mile mark where it makes that U-turn. But right now we've reduced ourselves to a 2-woman race right from the gun.
You know, it's the win is a factor, like I said earlier. Just gonna be like, Carlsbad or any iconic race, the win is a bigger one than anything else. Today is not gonna be a PR day for anybody. So I think you can see Edward Chester is saying, hey, they're drafting out of him, just saying, hey, make him, just like pointing out to the outside, let's share this pace. You don't want to be the one in the leading. So, but great to see this great start and, having fun. I think they're looking at each other, analyzing, now it's just saving that energy for a big move. And when that's going to be, we'll see how it went out. I think it's going to be, once you make the U-turn, with the wind on your back, that would be good.
Brooke-Tyatt Eshutu just has no experience on the Carlsbad course, whereas Dom Scott was 4th here in 2017. She's got a best on the roads of 15:36.
All right, mile one.
As they've so often said, you
420.
Boom, 426.
426, mile one. All right, we're gonna go up to the turn.
Those people who are just set up around the T section of this course, and then it thins out a little bit as the course moves to the 1 1/3 mark where it makes that U-turn. But right now we've reduced ourselves to a 2-woman race right from the gun. And it's interesting the fact that they're not running one behind the other. This is very much a, I'm not going to let you dictate policy. Dom Scott is right there on the shoulder of Brooke-Tyatt Eshutu. And it's really hard to see which one looks any better. They look in fine form.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I'm looking at your hair, the wind is coming from that side that way. So
yeah,
I think the reason it was first 1K a little slower in the mile fast is because that wind helped them push a little bit. And I'm pretty sure once they make the U-turn, they're gonna take a peek at the ocean a little bit and feel great to be here.
Okay, we're coming up to the 1 mile mark on the women's race. Boom, 4:53 for the opening mile.
Faster.
So
right there's good.
Not a record pace,
right
but a strong first mile. 4:53. Degefu from Ethiopia. Dom Scott from South Africa.
They'll go. Edward Chester just made the U-turn. He's in the lead, but I think the wind is going to be right on him, so he's going to.
And this is really the tough part of the course because now this is a slight upgrade. It's normally a flat course. It's generally a flat course, but it is an upgrade. Here we come on 2K for the men.
Here's
6:09.
James and Buchanan are here. They're the tallest guys on the field, and we're gonna a little bit to maybe I would think even Edward is a cross country runner now. The push here is gonna be great.
Here's our 2 women coming. Dom Scott.
There's the men going back in the other direction. Yeah. Ed Cheserek, a 17-time NCAA champion out of the University of Oregon. Of course, he came to the United States as a young team. Newark, New Jersey. He went to St. Benedict's Prep in outside Newark, New Jersey. So he has been a long-time resident here in the United States and is heading toward his citizenship. And he didn't make it in time for the 2021 Olympics. So he went back to Kenya and spent 3 months there, but only finished 7th in their Olympic trials. Was a little disappointed in the 10,000 meters.
Edward Chester has been trying to become a U.S. citizen for a long time. Like he said, he went to high school here, and just a great compact, great human being, a great racer, and king on 17 NCAA titles, and have done amazing on the road. So it's exciting to see him here. We're so fortunate to have him at the Carlsbad 5,000 in 2019 as a title world record, and now to be back here, and it's a very tight race, and everybody's
3
looking at the watch.
kilometers, 8:27. So they're running. So they went from a 3:09 to a 3 flat, and now
It's
a
windy.
3:18. So they're going into the headwind. Third place looks like it's Kim Conley, who's the UC Davis grad, 2-time 5,000 meter Olympian, bronze medalist at the Pan Am Games in Lima, Peru at 5,000 meters back in 2019. As I said, she's coming off a 5th place finish at the Cherry Blossom 10 miler in early April, and then a 7th place finish at the BAA 5K on Boston Marathon weekend, where she ran 15:38. I bet you 10 to 1 she'd take that 15:38 time here today.
race decision happening right now. Edward is pacing in. Buchanan's right on his tail, and James is right on. So we're losing the crowd. You can hear the crowd now. You know, that's why you come to Carlsbad.
Yeah, this is what drives them right here.
Yeah, it's just
and
amazing.
you can tell the way Edward's looking around that he's gauging the response to this. It's not an all-out move, but it's a move where he's gauging response. And if he feels it, he'll then really put the pedal down.
Absolutely. It's a trying out race right now. You know, you look back. People say don't look back. Looking back can save you wins and can save you how much engagement. Buchanan's right on him right now. It's going to be between Edward and Buchanan, and we'll see how it happens. But I think Edward made the decision to go hard.
Well, they're both race fit. I mean, Ed started off back home in Kenya running in a cross-country race in February. Then he ran his PR at the half marathon in New York City on April 20th. He was 9th at the BAA 5K on Boston Marathon weekend on the 16th of April. That was a little bit of a disappointment, I think, in 13:56. And he just ran 13:12 for 5,000 meters on the 5th of May in San Juan Capistrano at the Sound Running 5,000. He was 6th place in that race, but he's in 13:12 track shape, whereas Reed Buchanan is in 62-minute half marathon shape and a 28-minute 10K road shape. And now, just the first evidence of a gap. Not a gap, but rather than shoulder to shoulder, Dom Scott has gone right behind, and that's a change, but that's a significant moment in this race. Is rather than shoulder to shoulder, Dom Scott has gone behind, and that's usually a capitulation of some sort. She tries to regather herself, but Degefu senses that's a weakness in her opponent. Let's see if she explores it.
Edward has a great kick as well.
Reed has to know that the speed man, I mean, he's a
Hands are
340.
open.
Edward Cheserek is like one of the fastest indoor. He's run 3:49 indoors for a mile. There's the move. There's the move. Is it a move or is it just the air has been popped out of Dom Scott, who has now given up the ghost? And Brutayat Eshitu, 3rd place finisher at the Los Angeles Marathon in March after dropping out of January's Houston Marathon. But the winner of both the Cooper River Bridge 10K and the Crescent City Classic in New Orleans, both times under 31 minutes and right around 31 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's just over, that's like 5:04, 5:05 pace per mile. And she's averaging just around 5-minute pace here in Carlsbad over 5,000 meters. But once that gap opened, it's almost, I always refer to it as like it's like you drop a watermelon on the sidewalk and it just splits wide open. Ed is really just sort of glancing over peripherally.
There it is. There's the decision right now. The decision right now.
Sometimes, Meb, it's almost like you let somebody sort of catch up with you, and then you don't only go as fast to hold them off on the back stretch. You're not trying to break them, you're just trying to hold them off, but now the break has been made.
The break's been made. You know, Reed was taking the tangent close to what the curve, but Edward just doesn't have to go.
The Ethiopian girl made a move on that.
And we're going to the finish right now.
You know, I think Buchanan has not given up yet. You know, even though Edward has made a move, and I think it's going to be very close. But the downhill on Carlsbad Village Boulevard Drive is going to be the decision.
They both know their fitness very closely because they've been on a series of races. They're in mid-season form, and both have shown form. And that last 600 meters is just a barn burner, wide open. Brutayat Eshitu from Ethiopia, 31 years of age. And the fact that she's a marathon runner means that she's got strength to spare. She's not coming back. Now what you want to do if you're Dom Scott is you just want to regather yourself so you don't get caught. Sometimes if you try to extend yourself all the way for the victory and you don't get the wind, you basically, when the bow breaks, baby will fall. And sometimes you make yourself vulnerable for somebody coming from behind. But Dom Scott's got an advantage on Kim Connolly in 3rd place.
Well, they're together. They're together.
Cheserek has taken the turn first, but it is not a huge gap. And can those long legs, stay here. Can those long legs of Reed Buchanan bring him forward?
Awaiting our very first male finisher.
It's Cheserek in the orange.
Cheserek
Buchanan
gonna get him.
just
Buchanan's gonna get him.
behind
Buchanan's gonna get him.
Cronkite.
Buchanan's gonna get him.
Here comes
I think
Reed, but
Buchanan's gonna go.
Cheswick seems to have enough to hold them all.
It's close. It's close.
Close.
Go ahead, Reed.
Here's the clock. 13:43, 13:44.
That's great racing. That's great racing.
Reed Buchanan gave them everything he could handle.
Presented by
The fact
National
that we've had 16
University
world
winner
records,
Reed
the
Buchanan.
national and age group record, is because this race has a reputation of being a fast race, and people come in with the anticipation that they're going to run fast, and it becomes self-fulfilling prophecy. Here's our third place finisher, 14:03.
Oh my God, bro.
And now we've got Jose Santana Mera from Mexico in fourth. He led him out, 14:13 unofficially.
That's great.
Making the turn on the Carlsbad Village Drive, raising your hand in victory. Great crowd cheering you on. It's a very lot
Even coming Carlsbad, this is the race.
Top five, stay here. Top five,
The
stay here.
world's fastest 5K race finishers.
Top five, stay here.
It's a great finishing stretch because your hips are elevated perfectly for sprinting. There's the railroad tracks. We always have to schedule all the events around the train schedules. And here's the final block of this race. She's going to go just under 15:30, it looks. Here's the finish.
Put your hands together. That is a
Retired Adjutant, 15:29, unofficially winner of the Carlsbad 5000 2022.
Ladies and gentlemen, our elite field at your Carlsbad 5000.
It's a very strong field as we return to action here in Carlsbad for our 36th year, laid a great foundation for the coming years ahead. But for now, for our owner, Meb Kofleski, and the people's runner, Tony Revis, saying we'll see you next time down the roads.
Thanks so much.
We're having a good. True to form, the world's fastest 5K. Fast and furious, going home big winners.
Everybody okay?